Hi guys, so this Oculus controller is not working, so we're going to strip it down, find out what the problem is and hopefully try to repair it. So first things first is remove the battery. So we've got this slide button here, so we press that and remove the battery. So probably the first thing to do is check the battery to see if it's working. So you can get a battery tester, and there we go, basically full. So this battery is okay. But we know what the problem is. The problem isn't the battery, it's this trigger button here, it's loose. It looks like the spring has been delodged on it, while this one, every time you press it, it pops back out again. So we need to strip down to have a look if something's broken or whether the spring's just been delodged to stop it pressing out. So what we need to do is we need to undo some screws. Now we've got one visible screw here, which is a torx setting, and we have some other screws hidden behind this sticker here in the battery compartment. Torx size, I'll put it in the description, is a T4. Okay, we put that in there and undo that. We're going to need a system to keep the screws in the right order so we don't lose any, because they're very small. Okay, so that's one. Now we need to remove the sticker. I'm trying to do it carefully so we can put it back afterwards. So that's revealed 3 more Torx T4 screws. One. And a third one. So there are 3 from behind the battery. Okay. Now we need to take off this cover here. And it's glued down, so you might need to heat it up. I'm just seeing if I could do it without. Yeah, I think I'm going to need a heat. Okay, with a bit of heat that's come off, so it's just glue around here. There's a little spring to watch out for. There's no ribbons to watch out for with the knife. As you can see, there's 9 extra screws underneath the plastic cover. So there's 9 screws here, and they're all different sizes. So what we need to do is we need to remember where they all go. So taking a photograph on your phone is a pretty good idea. What I've done is I've labelled them out here in clockwise order, starting from the top. So I'll place each screw in the right place so I know where they all go back.
1.
I've got to push this way. And it's come off. Right, you've got to be careful of this bit here, because what it does is it gets stuck here. And then this then comes off. So now we've got to where the problem is, which is here. And it looks like the screw's broken. That's why. It's loose. So we need to reattach. Take this screw out and put a new screw in. So where does it go? Let's have a look. So that fits in like that. That goes here. And that's where the problem is there. Just here. That's where the screw attaches. So I need to find a way of reattaching it to hit this point here, and the trigger will work.
One.
I've got to watch out here, there's a ribbon connecting it all. Nice if we could detach it. That's where it's supposed to be attached. It's broken. So that needs to be screwed into here like that. Okay, so we have a broken controller. Okay, pause it. So to repair this, that's snapped off here. We need to glue this broken bit back on to there and then reattach it with this screw here. I'm not sure how strong it will be, but if we use some super glue, we should be okay. not strong enough. So what I've done is I've put the screw in a bit, located it roughly in the right place, and then glued the bit that doesn't need to move to the whole body. So hopefully, man, it's just popped out. Great. I think I'm going to need a longer screw and actually screw it into the body of the whole mechanism. Let's see if I can get the screw out first though. Back to the drawing board. So I found a longer screw, it's thicker, so hopefully that'll go through here and then screw into the actual handle itself, as the bit that screwed in before has collapsed. Even the super glue wouldn't hold it together. So we don't want the screw to go too far through, because if it does, it will puncture the handle. But we've got a couple of mil there, 3 mil, 4 mil, 4 mil, so we should be okay. And we need to make the hole bigger so the screw can go in. Problem is, you've got to have the tension on the spring when you're getting it in, so then it can bounce backwards and forwards like it's supposed to. Which makes it a little bit awkward. I can see there. Now see if I can screw that in. Well, it's started to go in. We've got a bit of a purchase. If I can get a couple more turns in. Heat up a nail, put it in there, and then it will pivot on that. We won't have to screw it in. Since the screw isn't purchasing. Let's give it a go. Okay, so I got a nail and I put some mole grips on it and I got it to the right length and then bent it till it snapped. And then with the nail's head, I then held it with the tweezers on the gas hob and heated it up very hot. And then pushed it into the hole where it should be. And as you can see, it's now pushed in and set. So now that's nice and tight. Okay, I'll drop a super glue on that just to make sure. Wait for that to dry, and then I can then push that onto the hinge of the nail, and then it should pivot and work. And then we just have to reassemble. See if it goes back together. So I've got it in. And if I glue it into place, it shouldn't wobble I'll just hold it there for a few minutes because it's spring loaded. So I put it all back together again and tested it on the Oculus. So it's the right hand. When I'd put it back together again, the trigger button was pulling the finger back, so it was kind of half loaded. So there, that one's working. But when I first put it back together, it was stuck down like that. So the case was pushing down on the trigger. So I took it back apart again and carved away some of the structural parts of the chassis of the inside. And then now it's working perfectly. Up, down, up, down, up, down. So the trigger button is working fine. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.